What's up guys, welcome back to another video, hope you're doing well today and welcome to what is actually a free track for once. I know, shocking to see on this channel. This is Twist Creations Supercross, which is actually created by T-Bell for Twist Creations, so I just wanted to make sure that T-Bell did get the props that he deserves in there as well before we get into this. I am actually a massive fan of T-Bell's Supercross tracks. Who was it? Kevin Moran's Supercross track is one that he made, which I absolutely loved. I like how the transitions on his jumps for me always work really, really well. So I'm hoping for more of the same here. This is all first impressions. So I'm just going to start by dubbing my way around the track. Let's try and be smart about learning a track for a change. Usually I kind of rush into things a little bit too quickly. Whoops seem quite straightforwards. However, I did hit them slowly and reserved, so I'm wondering if when you kind of get up to speed and you want to blitz them, maybe that'll get a bit more difficult. I think you might be able to quad that entire thing. We shall see. Is this a roller? It is not. It's a double, so I will remember to double that next time. We have got a little split section here. So we go on. Oh, couldn't quite get the off. Turn it into a front flip. Thank you, Boboso. Carry on our way. Double over this and double again, and then I'm guessing, oh no, this is a Supercross triple, this is not the finish line. The finish line is actually that double straight ahead of us, so there you go. I'm on 0.8 road as well, which I think is an okay value. We'll see how it handles it as we go on. And I'll put the link to this skin in the description as well. It's just a random one off of MXB mods. I'm recording this just after live streaming GPs, and the amount of people that I had asked me, and I generally couldn't give them an answer because I have so much stuff in my game randomly, and I'll just chuck it on every now and then out of the blue, just if I fancy something different. I got fed up of just seeing the colour blue all the time, so I thought let's put on some white and red. And unfortunately, oh, survive. There we go. Because I've still got the Renthal, or the handlebar and grip. What am I on about? The handlebar and handguards model swap. You can't change the paint on the handguards. Well, I think you can change it. It's just that this skin doesn't have that. So it's a little bit out of place with the blue handguards, but that's not the end of the world. I'm not going for any Lit Kit awards anytime soon. We'll leave those up to our boy Kenny. And I mean, I want to talk about the GP. Spoilers alert, if you haven't watched it and you plan on going and watching it, please do go and do so now. However, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it by the end of it. I wasn't happy throughout qualifying at all. Although when I went and then checked the qualifying results, I was somehow in second, albeit it was still over a second behind Skills, who was in P1, and then Hells was only a 10th behind me. But the track was oh god, I'm going to forget the name of it now. Was it into Xanadu? One or two. It's in Spain. The track was really weird. It looked very easy on the surface when I was watching JV do his like preview video. However, when I got on it, I realised that is not the case at all. It was actually quite a difficult track, quite technical. You have to be very, very precise. However, throughout the motos, it just got better and better. The erode was so good. It's probably the best erode of the year by far, in my opinion at least. It done kind of what you want erode to do, and especially on a GP track, we all know how like nasty GP tracks get nowadays. They get pretty damn rough. Sometimes, unfortunately, they do end up getting quite one line, bit of like a goat rally sometimes. But this track was very, very multiple lined, I will say, so that it was good in that way. But some corners got faster with the road where it smoothed out some of the bumps. However, some corners got like a super deep, narrow rut that you had to kind of stand up in and really be very, very precise. You couldn't just hit it pins like you can everywhere else, which I, as a player of this game, really, really enjoy. I know it's not the most popular opinion in the world, but for me, that is perfect. I would love to see that happen in every single round. Probably won't be the case, because I know I'm in the minority of that. The tracks will probably still get faster. But in terms of erode, that's probably one of my most fun tracks of the season. So, I mean, I'll link that one down in below for you as well as this track. That one is paid, however, this one is not. And I just had a really, really good time. In Moto 1, I had a great start, was in second behind Skills. Hells quickly came past me, and then also past Skills, and then decided to check out and beat me by an entire minute. Yes, one whole minute. So even though I got third, which I should have been quite happy with, I still finished a minute behind, which I wasn't so happy with. And then Moto 2, exactly the same scenario. I was in second, right behind Skills. Hells, however, had an atrocious start. I think after about 4 laps, he finally got into about P3, and he was 30 seconds behind. Me and Skills kind of traded places a few times, just when we was making mistakes. There wasn't like actual passing in there. And eventually he made a couple too many mistakes, which is odd. It's usually me that does that. And I got into the lead, and I think I led probably the last 3/4 of the moto, and just rode very smart, very consistently. Had 1 or 2 issues with stray bikes kind of kamikazing me and like lappers here and there, but for the most part it was pretty good, pretty damn fun. Now, let's not get it twisted. I only beat Hells by 12 seconds by the end of the race. So that 30-second gap went down to 12 seconds by the end, so he was 100% the fastest person on the track. But I mean, I'll take it. I didn't end up getting the overall, unfortunately. I went 3-1, and Hells went 1-2, and then Skills went 2-3. So I ended up second overall. Hells got first, Skills got third. And I find myself nowadays, I always end up being best of the rest. I'm either second behind Hells or Skills, or third behind the 2 of them. And it's just one of them roles that I feel like I'm just going to have to be that guy. Especially in Moto 1, there was a period of the race where Hells was 20 seconds ahead of me in Skills, and then there was a minute back to P4. And it's like, well, I'm kind of in no man's land here. I'm just riding for worst case scenario a third, best case scenario a second. But it kind of means there's less pressure. The races are quite enjoyable, and the fact that I'm not in points, I do quite enjoy. It takes any sort of pressure off completely, and I just get to vibe with chat a little bit more. I do still get hella annoyed when you get some weird and wonderful Poboso things happen, just like slow speed physics, or when you get a little bit too high in a rut and the bike just yeets itself out sideways. I mean, that still happens now and then. But I'm running Hells' suspension that he has public in his Discord, which I don't actually have a link to. I think Soru sent me the pictures of it, so massive shout out to Soru. Again, go and watch my stream. I do show it off on stream if you want to know what setup I'm running. And the bike just it handles the road quite well. You get the weird moment here or there, but for the most part, it's fairly predictable. I just don't have that raw speed. I've got consistency for the most part, but them boys are a good 1 to 2 seconds a lap faster, even in the rough as well. So I mean, I should be happy with where I'm getting, and still getting prize money at the end of the day. I suppose we get money for like per race. You get like $10 for getting the overall, and then it slowly scales down all the way back to about the top 10 or 15, I think. So massive props to the GP guys for doing that. Because they could have just said, you know what, you get prize money based on where you finish at the end of the season, and that's it. But they've gone out of their way to kind of give you an incentive to show up each and every week and do your best. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not in any championship points. I kind of gave up on the 250s a while ago after a string of bad results and just frustration in general. And I ended up missing around from going away as well. So no championships there at all. I'm quite happy that I've won a moto. So now I've won a main in EU and NA Supercross this year, both at the same round as well, which I can't really remember which one it was. It was Indy? Might have been Indy. Yeah, won a Supercross event, and then I've won a GP Moto, not an overall, so maybe that'll be my goal for the whole season, is maybe try and get an overall win there. I'm not staying up to do NA stuff anymore. I know I've said that before, and I kind of went back on that, but I'm trying to really work on my sleep schedule and sleeping, hopefully getting at least 7 to 8 hours a day, because I have been slacking on that recently. All part of me trying to better myself health-wise. I think a massive part of trying to be healthier, and especially when you're trying to like go to the gym and build muscle like me, you need your sleep. That is not a 90-degree corner. I just found that out, and it's been going okay-ish. I had one day where I fell off the wagon a bit. However, very quickly sorted myself out. So I think 1 day out of 2+ months is not terrible whatsoever. So right now I feel pretty good, pretty content with how things are going. The last few videos that I put out has been quite well received. The video that I put out of the real life stuff, where I didn't even ride, actually shocked me. I expected everyone to be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, why are you not riding at all? It's just a bit of mud, it's fine. But it seems like quite a few people were of the same opinion of, when the track is in that state, you're just getting around the track for the sake of getting around the track. You're better off just not getting the bike dirty and having to spend hours washing it afterwards. So yeah, that surprised me. And it seems like a couple people did quite enjoy me just filming from the sidelines, even though I wasn't riding myself. Haven't actually seen anyone comment yet saying that they themselves were in the video. So if you did see yourself, let me know. So I know that there's quite a few people here that watch me that go to the same race meetings, just waiting for the day where someone randomly comes up to me and says, like, are you blah blah blah? Maybe they've seen my name in the program or when they're signing on in the morning, and then I go, because I'm incredibly socially awkward, which is weird coming for someone that talks to them. Well, actually, I was about to say talks to the internet. I don't talk to the internet. I talk to myself in my bedroom, and then the internet sees me doing that, which is a weird thing to process. Because I suppose a lot of time you probably think that I'm talking to you, but if you really think about it, I'm just sat in my room right now talking to my own computer with the goal of hopefully you guys watching it and receiving it and listening to it and understanding it. It's an odd concept, but either way, I'm happy. Hope you guys are happy. This track's quite good. I feel like there's definitely some big lines that you can pull out here. I feel like I always struggle to really go fast when I'm trying to make a video at the same time and talking. Streaming's a little bit different because I don't talk as much. I feel like when I'm making a video, I really struggle to put my brain into like fast mode or racing the track mode. I feel like I'm split in two halves between the talking and the racing. You 100% can get over that. There we go. You can do that even cleaner. I keep forgetting where it is on the track. But the track flows super nicely, and I did want to like thank Twist as well for giving this to everyone, because I believe it was originally made just for him. I don't know if it was a paid commission or anything like that. But yeah, T-Bell made it for Twist, and he's released it to give to us. I've seen a few people criticising the decals, the on-track stuff, saying that the on-track and the off-track does look quite similar. I think they're different enough to be okay. I don't actually have any issue with it. I'm going to try quadding this again. Nowhere near. Got very lucky there. Oh yeah, it's definitely different enough. I quite enjoy it. You can tell where the tops of the berms are. You can tell like all the jump faces and transitions. Like just the tips of the jumps just have a tiny bit of a lighter dirt texture than the bases, and it's all right. I'm only running 0.8 road. The only real corner that you can see it forming in is that one there to my left, and it seems to be going okay. I'll probably experiment with it off camera, trying to make the road a bit deeper. And again, one of them ones to add to the public lobby list. The amount of laps that myself and Rum span on the Kevin Moran's facility, or Kevin Moran's SX track, when T-Bell released that, was insane. So maybe I'll have to slide into old Rumsky's DMs, get him off of League of Legends, and get him onto some MX bikes with some soupy practice. We joined a server the other day, which I actually want to do for a video idea. I'm sure you guys would agree with this. I'll probably mention it in my Discord channel at some point. Is we joined a server that was running East Rutherford in the rain on about 4 times the road, and it was so much fun, like so good. And by the end of the race, you just ended up doubling your way around the track like they was IRL, just trying to pick out a smooth line, tiptoeing through the super deep ruts. And it's something that I would really like to do with you guys and make a video out of it, and maybe do a full-length main event, whether it's 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you want to see that. I'm certainly open to the idea of doing it. Thank you, T-Bell, for making this. If you're watching this, thank you, Twist. I know you watch my videos. I saw you in my stream earlier. Thank you, Twist, for giving it to us as well. I always like. People have been kind of a bit funny about the paid tracks more and more recently, because I think we've been getting more paid tracks than non-paid. So to have a track that blows this well and feels this smooth being free is a big W for the community. So yeah, shout out to all of you involved. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, if I can ask for a like and a subscription, that'd be great. It means the world. It means more than you can ever know. Just helps my videos get out there to more and more people, and helps the channel grow overall. And in a weird way, helps the community grow as well. There's been a lot of people that have got into this game through this channel, and that all kind of starts with you guys from following and liking and supporting. So thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.